Welcome to Brooks Stadium and a unique environment in college football because when you see the teal field, you know the Chanticleers aren't far behind. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Georgia Southern Eagles, squaring off with another Sun Belt foe, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Chanticleers will kick it away to start. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Georgia Southern Eagles offense is on the field for the first time today. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Eagles headed quickly to the line. The throw. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. He'll field the punt and look for room. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Chanticleers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be cheating that way from his free safety position.
You're right, because as a quarterback, I just can't throw to my guy on the perimeter, right? I got to attack the middle of the field. The problem is you've got one of the best safeties in the nation who likes to lay people out.
Roaming the middle of the field, reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's got an eye on that receiver out there, too, that's dynamic. So let's see what kind of day he can have.
Running back goes in motion. They'll leave it with him. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. The Chanticleers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Chanticleer.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. He's looking to throw. Gonna take a shot. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Right down the boulevard. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Running to the left. At the 35, he's open. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. And the Chanticleer is moving quickly to the line. Might as well give it to him again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Offense gets set for second down. They'll run play action. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
The Chanticleers will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll call for the fair catch here. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll put the tight end in motion. Looking for room, it's Todd. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Tempo and overdrive. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Tackle is made after the first down. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. The give on the inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. And the field goal unit is on the field. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Splits the uprights, it's good. And with that, they've taken the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Navy is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners Joe Bellino and Roger Staubach among the legends to wear that uniform. They're trailing by 10 to Appalachian State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Line getting set on second down. Now the play fake. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? And the shot to clears line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Leaves it with the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. And the Eagles in the hurry up.
Second down coming up.
Wants to fire on second down. Unloads it left. Makes a connection. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long, and you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Dorsey. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. The snap sets up to throw. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Off play action. He's got it down the middle. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Third and goal where the strong come through. They're going to throw it again. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's made one already, and this one ought to be cake from 21 yards out. Never a doubt.
That makes the score. Georgia Southern, 13. Coastal Carolina, 7.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Shotgun snap on third down. He makes the connection. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The shot that clears, racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback in the field progression.
The handoff as they run the counter play here. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Third and short from the 49. Is this four-down territory? Off the play fake. He slings it deep to the left. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point gives them the lead at 14-13. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished the drive with a touchdown toss from the 49. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The inside handoff. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up second down.
He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
The give from the gun. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Coming after him. Makes the catch. It's Murphy. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Wants to return it. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Looking for a productive play on first down. Handoff to the single back. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gets it out quickly.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Power football with the run. Shakes off the tackler.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
At the 35, he's loose. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Looking to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's got it on the move. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. 3rd and goal coming up here. The play action fake. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete. On 4th down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat the pageantry and tradition there in Conway. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Brooks Stadium.
The Eagles will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15. And the Chanticleers want to pick up the tempo. He's going to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. Touchdown, Coastal. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. It's 24-13. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Utah is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Alex Smith, and they are right back in this.
The give to the tailback.
They're trailing by just 4 to TCU. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Finds his man down the middle. Tackled, but he has a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
From the gun, the running back has it. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Lets it fly on the move. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again. Makes the grab down the left side. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus. That big play has them in business. First and 10 inside the 20. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Gets open down the middle. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
And that's another shot to clear.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. To the end zone. Touchdown, shot to clear. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job, you got points, now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And they tack on the PAT. It's 31-13. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Snap from the gun on third down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, this defense has been dominating their opponent all game long. I think you're really seeing the fruits of their labor on the recruiting trail. They have got some dudes up front, out of high school, in the portal, and those guys are just wreaking havoc on this offensive line.
Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
The Chanticleers will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the returner is stopped. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Finds the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Pickup of 13.
That's the end of the period, and Coastal Carolina has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Quick completion on the out route. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Georgia Southern in a hurry.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. Wants to throw on first down. He's got the tight end. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Offense, quick tempo. The lone back's got it. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd down.
He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Got it! That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Eagles! Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. The pull and throw off the RPO.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Wants to throw on third. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
That outstanding game has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Trying to find his man on first down. They're bringing heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
First down sack pushes it back. Now it's second down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. From his end zone, he'll go up top. Makes the grab. It's Dorsey. Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too.
He's tackled at the 31. Brings up second down.
Looking to throw on second down. Quickly complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He'll just keep slinging it. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback is snowed under. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to throw on second down. Makes the catch. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to him. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. The expressway is wide open. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Makes the grab. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
So after the touchdown, they'll try to use this two-point conversion and get this game to within a field goal. Wants to go up top. He's got it in the end zone for the two as they draw a little closer. Just over 20 seconds to play. They must recover this onside kick to have a chance. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense option. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to the Swamp, home of the Florida Gators, and we've long been told it is here that only the Gators get out alive. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Florida Gators. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Hurricanes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So the Florida Gators offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. He wants to throw. Grabs it in the middle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking at a 2nd and short now. Give to the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. They plow ahead with the run, but still more ground needed to pick up the 1st down. 3rd down coming. Getting some heat. They're trying to get to it. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Gators will line up to punt it away. Looks as if they might have a little something going there, but they'll have to kick it away. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. So Miami's offense will have its first possession of the game. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is being physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
And this just is such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays, so him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside will be a great matchup.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Just going to keep it after the snap. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Williams will pass. A strike downfield. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Canes will hustle to the line.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw it again. The Canes pass on the way. It's picked off.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able...
And the ball is picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Williams looking for a man. Coming after him. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be third down. Now on the move. The Hurricanes have a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He'll set up to throw. Going for 6. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown Hurricanes. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Coming out with it, it's Daniels. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Got his man quickly. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. New set of downs after that completion. He'll keep it himself. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll go to the ground. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him for the sack. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple where back in the day you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. To the ground with the back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. The Canes will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll bring it back. It's Daniels. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense...
Nothing but green ahead. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. The Gators are in the hurry-up.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that.
Throws toward the end zone. And that pass intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Williams will pass. He's going to fire deep. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Wide out in motion. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Hurricanes will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The give to the back. Nifty little dance step. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Leaves it with the running back. Runs through the tackle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Handoff to the lone back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Offense in a bunch formation. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Can't make the grab on 3rd down, and that is a rare drop for this guy. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, the bad blood between Oregon and Oregon State dates back to 1894, at least on a football field. A top 5 rivalry, and it's gone final. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Ducks did. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He wants to start this drive with a pass. On the move and looking deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. They've got the screen set up. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Gators decide to punt it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practice this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
Catch in the middle, it's Abrams. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete. On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. No tricks here. Looks as if they'll just run it out and take that lead into halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
The Gators will kick it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Carr. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Off play action on first down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a 1st and goal. Pressure coming. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Florida!
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I'll tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
Lining up for the PAT. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Going up top on first down. Turns it loose. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Trying to get rid of it. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Good, disciplined defense on that play. It's 3rd and long, right? You're not going to bite on a play fake. Nobody's going for that. Everyone knows it's a passing situation, and they use their speed to get to the QB.
The Hurricanes send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll bring it back. It's Daniels. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. The Gators are threatening in the red zone. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. Between the uprights, it's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll run it from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run it from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Williams looking for a man. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be fourth down. The Canes will send out the punt unit. On the move, it's Daniels. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 38. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Takes it the other way. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ole Miss looks like an old punching bag out there today, and any way you slice it, this fan base and this coaching staff just didn't expect that. They're trailing by 21 to Clemson. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun to give, looking for room. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job reloading and bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players and those wide open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. He wants to pass it on second down. Get it out on the screen. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after three quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. On third and long, he has to throw for it. They'll run the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Gators will punt it away on fourth down. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Got it in the middle. It's Horton. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The give to the lone running back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, the inside give. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Williams will pass. It's complete to the right. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. And the Hurricanes are marching down the field. To the air on 1st down. Makes his connection. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. He's going to pass on 2nd down. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. That is a huge break for this offense. Instead of the turnover, roughing the passer, and you've still got the football. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
That is the last thing you want on 1st down as an offensive sack. Now it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Line gets set, 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Slips a tackle. He wants to go deep. Catch inside the 25. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Shoots it to the left. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you got to score, you got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost him.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David. You know, on offense now, you have a chance to break one maybe in the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. Williams looking for a man. Finds a man by himself. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Canes. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
24, Florida, 13.
Bringing it back. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. This quarterback has to stay calm, cool, and collected and drive his team down for a score late in the fourth. Got out of trouble and throws. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did. And we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.